Most AI website builders promise you're going to have a professional site in minutes, but let's be honest here because they usually deliver something that looks like it was built by a robot having a bad day. So I just discovered Lovable's AI website builder, and I gotta say this one's actually quite different. You can build something clean and usable and genuinely professional looking. And with Lovable, you can build anything, but only if you know how to actually build great websites. So in this complete tutorial for beginners, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through exactly how to use Lovable step by step. And we're talking zero coding experience needed, zero design skills required. I'm going to show you how to go from just an idea in your head to a fully customized live website that you can actually be proud to share. But here's what makes this tutorial different now. I'm not just going to show you the basics. I'm going to reveal the specific structure techniques that make sites look professional instead of amateur, the key limitations that you absolutely need to know before you commit to any AI builder, and 3 simple tweaks that will make your site look 10 times better than what the AI spits out initially. Now, I've been testing website builders here for years, and most tutorials skip the real world stuff that actually matters. So that by the end of this video, you're gonna have a live website that doesn't scream, "I use an AI tool." It'll actually look like you hired a human professional designer. So if you've been putting off building a website simply because you always thought that it was too complicated or expensive, then this is exactly what you've been waiting for. Let's dive in. Now, if you want to master AI tools and learn how to build profitable SaaS apps and websites and AI agents and mobile apps with AI, I've created a complete masterclass that shows you exactly how to do it all step by step. Now, this masterclass normally costs $299 to join, but since you are watching this video, thank you. You can join completely free. Just check out the link in the description below to get free access to my masterclass, and you can start building your own AI-powered business today. So let's start by getting familiar with Lovable AI and how everything works from the moment that you open it up. To access the platform, head on over to lovable.dev, and that's where everything begins. Because once we're on the site now, we'll see the option to sign up, and the process is very simple. You can either use your email or continue with Google authentication, and then you're in almost immediately. After getting in, you'll land on the main dashboard here, and this is where Lovable's approach starts to feel different. The interface is clean and organized around projects. You can create new applications, you can revisit anything that you've already built, and even access the underlying code if you need to. So right here in the center, there's a large prompt box, and this is the core of how Lovable works. It's where you describe your app or your website idea in plain language, and the AI takes that input and then just starts building it for you. And below that, you'll find your recent projects along with template options, making it easy to pick up where you left off or start from something pre-built. Now here on the left side, there's a sidebar that gives you quick access to settings and additional features. Everything is laid out in a way that keeps the focus on building rather than figuring out where things are. Now, what really sets this apart from traditional website builders is the approach itself. No need to drag elements around or configure everything manually. You're now just guiding the entire process through conversation. So you describe what you want, and the AI handles the structure, the layout, and the functionality all behind the scenes. It just removes a lot of the usual friction. So there's no need to worry about technical setup or building everything piece by piece. The focus stays on your idea, and the platform takes care of turning that into something usable right away. So now that the basics are clear, you need to understand what actually makes Lovable powerful once you start using it. Everything revolves around natural language. You don't need to write code or figure out how to structure a website manually. You just describe what you want, and then the AI builds it for you. So here, we'll just use a simple prompt. Hey, I need to build a modern portfolio website for my game development business. Can you help? And that is enough to get the process started and generate something usable right away. And as you can see, as the build happens, there's real-time AI assistance guiding everything. You can ask questions, you can request changes or refine parts of the site, and then the responses just come instantly. The whole process just feels more like a conversation than traditional development, especially when using plan mode, where the AI helps you shape the direction before even building. And once the site is ready, hosting and deployment are already handled as well. There's no need to deal with servers or configuration. Publishing just happens directly inside of the platform, and the site goes live in just a few clicks, which is shown here in the footage right after the build. So the site also adapts automatically across devices. And mobile responsiveness is built in, so the layout just adjusts properly whether it's viewed on desktop, tablet, or your phone. There's no extra work needed to make that happen. So for anyone who wants more control, then the generated code is also fully accessible. You can open the code base, you can see how everything is structured, and you can also make changes directly if you wanted to. This adds flexibility without taking away the simplicity of building through prompts. Now, all of these features work together to keep the whole process fast and straightforward while still giving you enough depth to make more advanced use cases. Let's move into building your first website now so you can see how everything comes together in real time. And we're going to start a new project here and go straight into the prompt box on the homepage. And this is where the entire process begins. Instead of clicking through settings or setting things up manually, we're just going to describe our idea and let Lovable take it from there. We'll use this prompt. Hi, I have this idea to create a solution for websites that allows them to check their SEO optimization. Can you help? Again, that's enough, and there's no need to explain how it should be built or what tools to use. When writing prompts, just make sure to focus on what the website should do. So the clearer the functionality, the better the result. Lovable handles the technical side, so the goal here is just to communicate the idea. Since we're using plan mode, the AI will first look at the request and create a structured plan before building anything. It may suggest improvements or ask a few quick questions to make sure everything is aligned. Now, this step makes the final result feel more intentional instead of random. And once that's set, Lovable begins generating the website structured in real time. And you can watch as sections are created and organized automatically. Now, what usually takes hours of manual work happens in just a few minutes, going from a simple idea to a working website without needing to write any code. And as you go through the site, you'll naturally start spotting things that you might want to tweak. Maybe the colors don't match the direction you have in mind, or the text looks a little bit outdated, or certain sections are just too close together. Now, this part is about making those adjustments so everything looks more intentional and aligned with your idea. All of the design changes here happen through natural language. Again, there's no need to open up any design panels or edit code. You just simply describe what you want to change, and Lovable applies it directly to the site. So for this step, we'll use this prompt. Can you make these design improvements? Change the primary color scheme to deep purple and white. Use a more modern sans serif font throughout. Increase the spacing between the hero section and feature section. Make the Analyze SEO button larger and more prominent. And add subtle animations when hovering over the feature cards. So after sending that, now you'll see multiple updates happen at the same time. Our colors shift to match the new scheme, the typography updates across the entire site, and the layout adjusts to be more balanced. Spacing between sections becomes more consistent, which helps everything just look less crowded. Existing elements can also be adjusted in terms of how they look and how they behave. So buttons can be resized to stand out more, and hover animations can be added for better interaction, and sections can be rearranged or just removed if needed. Images and media follow the same idea, where you can request changes to how they appear or how they're presented within the layout. Spacing and visual hierarchy are easy to control through simple requests. Asking for more padding between sections or making certain components more prominent can completely change how the site looks without requiring any manual adjustments. Everything just happens through conversation, and each change just builds on the last one. And the result stays clean and professional while keeping the process simple and accessible, even without any design or coding experience. So at this point, the site looks better and more refined, but it is still missing the key pieces that actually make it usable for visitors. Here, you have to start adding the elements that people expect when they land on a real website. And again, everything can be done in a single prompt. You just have to describe all of the components that you want, and Lovable will handle the placement and structure automatically. So here's the exact prompt. Add these essential elements to the SEO Audit tool. Create a proper navigation menu in the header with links to home, features, pricing, and contact pages. Add a contact form section with fields for name, email, and message. Integrate social media links in the footer, add a clear call to action button in the hero section saying, try free audit, and include a testimonial section below the features showing client reviews with names and company logos. So after running that prompt, the site is getting updated with multiple additions all at the same time. A navigation menu appears here at the top, giving a clear structure and making it easy to move between sections. The contact form is added so visitors can reach out to us directly without leaving the site. Also, social media links are placed here at the bottom in the footer, connecting everything to your other platforms and adding credibility. And then the call to action button is positioned here in the hero section, guiding visitors toward taking action right away. And below the features, a testimonial section is added, showing reviews along with names and company logos, which helps build trust. Now, all of these elements are placed where they make the most sense without needing to manually rearrange anything. The site just starts to function more like a complete product rather than just a layout, with clear navigation, interaction points, and ways for visitors to engage with us. And once the main sections and the features are in place, then the next step is refining the actual content across the site and making sure everything is structured in a clear and logical way. Changes to text can be done directly by asking for them. If a headline needs to be stronger, a paragraph needs to be clearer, or a section needs better wording, you can just simply describe the update and Lovable will apply it across the site. Adding new pages follows the same process. There's no need to manually create pages or link them yourself. You just describe, again, what the page should include, and it gets generated with the right content and connected to the navigation automatically. So for this part to happen, let's go ahead and use this prompt. Add a new about page to the site with our company story, team information, and mission statement. Also, update the hero section text to be more engaging and add a how it works section explaining the audit process in 3 simple steps. So after sending this prompt, the site updates again based on our request. A new page is created, existing text is updated, an additional section is added according to our prompt. So the overall structure here can also be adjusted through prompts. Pages can be rearranged, navigation flow can be improved, and content can be grouped in a way that makes it easier to move through everything without confusion. Search optimization is already handled in the background. Meta tags, heading hierarchy, and semantic HTML are also automatically set up so the site follows standard SEO practices without requiring manual input. So keeping the content updated over time also works the same way. You can continue refining sections and adding new information or updating pages whenever needed, all through simple requests without dealing with any code. So after everything is set up, there's still room to go further depending on what you need the site to do. Access to the generated code is available if you want more control. You can open the code base, you can see the React components here, and make manual adjustments to styling or functionality. Now, this is useful if you have development experience and you want to go beyond what the AI generates. Integrations can also be added through prompts if, say, you need to connect external tools like payment systems, email services, or marketing platforms, then you can just request those directly. Lovable has a list of supported services, and these can be connected without going through complicated setups. Analytics is handled through the project settings. You can connect tools like Google Analytics or tracking pixels to monitor your traffic and user behavior. This gives you insight into how people are using the site once it is live. Custom features can also be created just by describing what you want. Even more complex functionality can be generated this way. So for example, we can use this prompt. Add a feature where users can save their audit reports to their account, create a dashboard page where they can view all past audits, see trends over time, and compare multiple website audits side by side. And once that one runs, Lovable builds out the feature based on the description. And in this case, it creates a system for saving reports along with a dashboard to manage and compare them. So this shows how far you can push things beyond a basic website. There are still some limitations to keep in mind. Yes, not every feature will come out perfectly on the first try, and some cases may require manual edits in the code. So knowing when to rely on prompts and when to step in manually helps you get better results, although most features can still be handled through simple requests. Before making the site public, it is worth going through it and testing how everything works. You can preview the website and check it across different screen sizes to make sure all sections load properly, the interactions respond correctly, and that nothing breaks on mobile or desktop. And when everything looks good, publishing only takes one single click. You hit the publish button, and Lovable automatically deploys the site to its hosting infrastructure within seconds. There's no need to configure servers or set anything up manually in the background. And once it's live, your website gets a default lovable.app subdomain right away, and that link can be shared immediately. And if you want something more custom, and you might want to, you can connect your own domain through the settings later on. After publishing, you can open the live site and then just test it like any user would. In the footage here, the app is published, then tested by creating an account, signing in, and then running the audit tool. The results are generated and saved successfully, which does confirm that everything is working as expected. And any changes after that are then handled through the same chat interface. We can request updates, we can make improvements, or we can fix issues, then republish to apply those changes instantly. The update process is quick and doesn't require rebuilding anything from scratch. Version control and backups are already managed for you, and Lovable just keeps track of changes and allows you to restore previous versions if needed, so you don't have to worry about losing progress or breaking something permanently. The entire process, from building to publishing and maintaining the site, all happens without dealing with any technical deployment steps. Everything just stays inside the platform, making it easy to manage even after the site is live. All right, so that is the full walkthrough from opening Lovable for the first time all the way to publishing a working website. Everything just comes down to describing what you want and then refining it step by step. You've seen how to generate a site, customize the design, add essential features, manage content, and even extend it with more advanced functionality. Now, if you want to try it yourself, just reuse the same prompts, adjust them based on your idea, and then follow the same process. So thank you for watching and investing your time with me today. I'll see you at the next one.